So how does this work? Suppose I want to make a cut with the track here, and I need to make the same width of a cut again and again. Then I use these two pieces, insert them here into the track. Then I slide the stops all the way to the wood and tighten them. Now I take them away because I need the track free for the saw to slide on. Then I make my cut, and with the next piece of wood I just put on the track again, and now I have the stops and I can align the track exactly the same width of cut as I had here. Welcome to my shop. I'm Andreas. If it's your first time here and you like what you just saw, maybe you want to subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me and you won't miss any videos. I usually post one every second Sunday morning European time. The subscribe button is just in the corner here, so it's free and you can just subscribe and you won't miss any videos. Now, what did I learn in this project? I made these track stops because I needed them for another project for which I needed to cut up some sheets of plywood to a couple of strips that had to be exactly the same width. And I had seen these track stops before, much more sophisticated versions of them. If you want to know a very good version, very sophisticated, even with measuring tape on top of it, I'll link to one by Holzwurm Tom in the description below. It's a blog post, I think, in German, but you'll get the idea if you look at it. He made a really sophisticated version of this, but of course it takes a lot more time than I had to spend because I just needed them to get the other project going. I had to use, or I could apply one tip that I got from a very good German woodworker, Wolfram Herzog. He told me that I had to take down the speed of the router a little bit if I moved it slowly, because if you move the router slowly and there is not enough wood taken away, then the wood will start to burn. And that was exactly the case here, as you maybe saw in the video in this one piece when I cut the slot. I tend to wait too long at the end of the slot, and then when the wood is already cut out and the router bit just turns idly without taking away any wood, it creates a lot of friction that can actually burn the wood, and it even start to smoke at some point. So I had to think of this tip that I got. I'll link to Wolfram's channel in the description below. He does excellent work, and make sure you look at that. So to come back to the point, if you move the router slowly, you either have to take down the speed, or otherwise you have to push the router a little faster, because otherwise you run the risk of getting wood burn. Another reason for wood burn obviously is if the router is dull, but that was not the case here because I had used a fresh router bit that was just out of the box. So that was the most important lesson I took away from this build. I'm glad I have these track stops now because they're going to be useful in a lot of projects, because I don't have a good way otherwise of cutting up sheets, and so these are going to be used whenever I have to cut up a large sheet of plywood or anything else with my track saw. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up, if you leave me a comment, or if you share the video with your friends. Once again, if it's your first time here, maybe you want to subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I hope to see you back soon, and as always, remember to watch, learn, and then make something.